Welcome to Training Film about how to destroy just one anti-aircraft gun at a time. Now before we get started, we're going to need ourselves a fighter plane, and we're going to outfit it for ground attack. 300 meters, 500 for rockets, and a bomb delay of 1 second. Let's talk about the enemy we're going to face here. Anti-aircraft guns really only come into two types. There's vehicle-mounted ones, which guns and cannons are just fine for these. You can kill every single one of them with it. And then there's the ground-mounted ones, which is the 20mm and that 88 mic, which is that 88's the hard one to kill, by the way. Well, the thing to remember about them is they can shoot right along the ground and pretty much straight up, but they've got to aim at you. They're always aiming directly at you. So what you want to do is keep them moving up and down. That limits their chances of getting you. Or rotating around. They can rotate 360 degrees, but the best thing to do is get them to try to move in both directions. If you can get them to move up and down and around in a circle, you'll be doing proud, because they just about can hit you, especially if you got some distance on them. Never ever ever fly straight at a gun. He isn't traversing and he'll nail you. Likewise, never fly directly away from one either. The technique we're going to use is called the dive and oval. Now, once we see that AA gun, that 20mm, he's going to look big as Christmas, but that's okay. What we're going to do is we're going to just simply come on to the right, keep your wingtip down just below him, keep your nose a little high till we get around the other side. That way he's always looking for you and he can't hit you. Chop that throttle, roll it over onto its back, then straighten it back out and dive down just about 300 meters short of him. Never fly straight at the gun, he'll kill you dead. Now as you pull up rather than crash, let him come up into your sights. Release your bombs or your rockets or fire them at your guns, then full throttle, go left, and then climb away from him. This is what it looks like externally. Hopefully when we discover that gun, he's going to be just a little bit to the side of us, and just as soon as he starts shooting, that's when we're going to go ahead and start curling on over. Once again, you want to keep your wingtip just below where you can see that gun and keep your nose just a little bit high. Keep your speed up. Now he's going to try to traverse left and right and try to rise slightly when he tries to hit you, and it ain't going to work. The closer your wing gets to him, the closer he gets to hitting you. That's alright, we're going to go ahead and just keep on working around. Now we're at 100% throttle here and 100% pitch. I'm not going to change the pitch because German plane stuff can't do that. Now as we get to the other side of this oval, we're going to tighten up that curve real hard. I'm going to go ahead and roll it on over here. As soon as I get to the other side, you can just see how that turns on over. Nose goes high, rolls over onto its back, roll it on back straight. Now we're going to aim pretty low, and you can see here that we're not aiming at him at all. Now before we crash, we're going to pull up slightly, fire with that rocket, and away we go. Up and full throttle and back the other way, and that's that. Let's see that again from the cockpit. Never fails, but AAA always shows up behind the strut there. Let's zoom in. I'll be using just the hat here and a little bit of mouse towards the end. For folks without track IR, don't padlock these things. You're just going to crash. Anyhow, we're going to keep our wing pointed straight at him and a little low, just like I talked about earlier. Nose is a little bit high. Let's zoom on out. You can see we're a fur piece from him. Stay back. He'll try to hit you if he can. Now as you bring your wingtip up to him, you can see how close he's starting to get. But again, we're moving pretty on fast. 100% throttle, 100% pitch. You'll see that I've got all the taskbar and stuff showing. Now as we get close to that oval to make that nice egg shape that drops on down into him, we're going to come a little nose high. I'm going to come on down here. You can see no rudders in this. Don't you dare use any rudders. Now we're going to straighten on up, and you see how we're pointed down in front of him? Now as we pull up, as soon as the crosshairs go, boom, the rockets hit. Take a look back, full throttle, and up and away we go. Just like that. Keep a big loop around and get on out of Dodge. We'll look forward to seeing you next time, where we'll take on complete defenses and we'll just wear them all out.
To accentuate the positive.